The National Assembly of the Republic of Armenia is the only body chosen directly by the people, which in fact is quite a threat from the democratic perspective. That is, when in the whole world democratic countries are such because of giving people the possibility of taking part in the process of making decisions, in our case it is the other way around. That is, decreasing the possibility of decision-making. And this is, of course, unacceptable in the context of our unaccomplished elections. That is, in fact, we have not had normal elections in the last years, or better to put, since our independence. Though we have always been improving our electoral code, despite that issues have remained. So what we choose is eliminating the problems instead of solving them. That is, if there are no elections, there will be no problems. The elections being an important control mechanism, a very important mechanism, which means if the elected body was to be worried of not being re-elected again, which in its turn was going to function as a restraining mechanism of his activities, relying not only on resources and other administrative measures, is in fact being abolished. If there is a party system, a party which decides to give or not to give an opportunity, so in fact it turns out any elected body, instead of being responsible to the people, is responsible to the appointing party. Therefore, the responsibility to the people and the supervision mechanisms are weakened, if not to say completely abolished. As if we take a closer look, we see that the party-oriented population is very small. In case of our non-democratic circumstances, it means that even during the sessions of the parties, members of the expanded staff will not be participating in decision-making anyhow. As a result, the only participants are the board members, the leader of the party, and the board members make the decisions, so you end up being responsible to them. As for others, zero participation, zero responsibility, zero accountability system. If till now some hope was left that in course of time, by raising awareness among people, we could achieve normal democratic elections, and this way achieving the main goal, that is assuring accountability mechanism. However, now we lose that, not knowing what we get instead. We have uncertainty, and in the limits of the same proportional representation, how the issue is going to be regulated. That is, in case of individual members of parliament, how they are going to ensure their vote and how those mechanisms are going to function, whether they are going to pass or not through court or authority. In short, we know our reality context, but we do not know how it will be reproduced and expressed. We also do not possess information as to how local self-government is going to be executed, because if we are calling it local self-governing, where we take the right to elect the local self-governing body from the people, then we abolish an important component of that self-government. There is a mechanism foreseen for the referendums. However, our experience shows that local self-government referendums were implemented first only in 2015. In spite of the fact that the mechanism existed long ago, they had not been implemented. That is, participation through those mechanisms had not been assured. Besides, other concerning issues are the changes foreseen by Article 202, where it is stated that the Constitution can be reformed by the National Assembly, which means that by voting for the amendments, we give opportunity to our present authorities, in the future also the Assembly, to implement reforms and even change our Constitution. In this case, however, without our participation. So in this case, the participation in the ongoing processes will be minimized. I do not understand why this is being done, but presumably it gives possibility for minimizing resources, as elections are quite expensive, both in legal and illegal contexts. However, the fact is that it does not give opportunity to the citizens to participate in their own country's constitutional amendments and direct management. By this, they also lose their restraining role.